I am joined with a friend.
Hi,
Introduce yourself, my dear friend.
I'm Emma.
Yes, this is Emma. Yes, Dubs. Alright, so this 1 hour live, lovely, we are going to be reading. I lost my train of. What?
You're going to be reading.
I am going to be reading, yeah. I'm going to be reading 16 through 20, and Emma here will be just hearing my reactions. I remember last time I left y'all on a cliffhanger, so this is going to be absolute. I see a one shot.
I forgot about that.
What? The cliffhanger, yeah. Hello, everyone. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Tom's point of view, chapter 16. After hearing what just came from my own mouth, I was left paralyzed with shock. Jesus Christ, this escalated quickly. It didn't take me long enough to notice I was dropped onto the floor. Damn it, Tord, you gotta ruin everything. Dropped onto the floor. Tord dropped me. He literally just let go of me after I told him I returned feelings for him. What a bitch. For real, dude. I mean, not the worst bitch, but still. I looked up to him. He had this semi-shocked look on his face. Completely frozen. Earth to Kami, I said, standing up to brush the dust. Brushing the dust and such off myself. I make a strange choice. Napoleon, shut up. Ain't nobody got time for you right now. Stop eating your leg. Bruh, this boy be eating his leg. This boy be eating his leg. Alright, sorry, distraction. I have the attention span of a gnat, as everyone says. He gave me a blank stare, so I rolled my eyes and snapped my fingers in front of his face. He snapped back into reality. So are you alive? I said with a small smirk. One hardly noticeable, but it was still there. Oh, I guess. Turtles make strange noises.
Why, yes.
Why, yes, I do make strange noises. We know you're tired, Ma. She's gonna come in here.
We're trying to do this. You need to be quiet.
Alright.
We have to do this for an hour.
We're good. Thanks for asking, Rockruff. Alright. Are you good, Emma?
Yeah.
Alright, good. I reached up and grabbed him by the tie he was wearing, pulling him down to my level, which was only a few inches lower than his own. And I continued to give him a mischievous smirk. I bet you understand what would happen next. To anyone out there who doesn't know how this sort of thing works, I kissed him. Disgusting as that though is, I just did it. Internal screams. Mwah!
Watching, we're not dating.
No, we're not. Alright. Not that anyone's going to be looking through my thoughts in the first place. Think again. As the author says. Tord's point of view. Jesus Christ, that was unexpected. He's only been here for a few weeks in the first place, but I'll go with it. I'll admit it wasn't something I was excited about at first, but things change. So do people. Not exactly me, but don't tell Tom that. He released me. Thomas, you poor baby, you're being set up.
Mine was actually delayed on this.
What?
On this.
What?
My voice is delayed on this.
Yes, I noticed that. All I hear is something on this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Alright. Where was I? He released me, and apparently my fluttered expression was hilarious to him. I never said I loved you. I said I think I did. Calm down, Kami, he said. I'll ignore that. It's not like you to have a choice. Wait. If I did, I still wouldn't be here. Oh my gosh.
1 hour later.
Yeah, for real. And they end up having sex, just like internal screams. Alright. This day just went from definite good to definite. Define it?
Definitely.
No, there's no ly. I'm stupid. Don't judge me.
Definite.
Yeah, it's probably definite good one out of all the rest to one where my flustered face turns to one of slight anger. Excuse me? I sat here planning this. You took the dance. Don't forget that. I mean, this place is okay and all, but I'd rather be home. This is your home now. I thought you were finally okay with that. Do you think I'll ever be okay with living with a fucking maniac? Oh my god. Tord, this isn't a fairy tale. Welcome to real life, where you can't have what you want, whether that be world domination or a date with your enemy. I guess I'll just have to change that, I said, with that I walked away. I stepped out of the cafeteria, which just a minute before felt like a welcoming dance floor. You baby! I'm dying inside.
It's okay to die.
Yeah, I guess. I just now realized in the light my hair looks like new Bonnie. Alright. My phone's at 6%. I need to plug it in really quick. Good thing I'm near an outlet. Which is...
It's already been plugged in. What are you doing over there?
I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say, but yeah. Because I don't think anyone wants to hear that. I'm eating raisins. That's what I'm doing. Ah, it bit my lips, son of a.
Everyone watching, just continue with the flippin' reading.
For real. Alright. Jehovah's Witness just had to change that. After previously saying he actually liked me. There's only one way to change this. Make this the only home he's got. Ah!
Is he gonna blow?
I think he's gonna blow up the apartments. Easy as setting explosives in a couple of idiotic Brits' apartments. Called it! And that's exactly what I'll do.
No.
Gosh darn it, Tord.
Don't do that. Tord, if you do that, then he won't love you for sure.
For real, dude. Think, you little turd face. You with your fork hair.
If you do that, you're gonna lose on Tord, whatever.
That's how you English.
He's gonna kill himself.
Well, maybe. He might. Oh my gosh. What if it's like Dear Starboy except reversed? Like Tom kills himself. Oh no! Ah! I spoiled it! No! Well, now I don't have to read Dear Starboy. Ha ha ha.
I thought you said you never seen it before.
Huh?
I thought you said you never.
Oh, I have read it before.
I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
Oh. Alright.
I want you to continue. boy.
Okay, chapter 17. Ooh, get ready for the feels. Ed's point of view. I sat awake on the edge of of Matt's bed, feeling a slight shift in the covers and a slight movement. Oh no. And, oh yes. Feeling a slight shift in the feeling a slight shift in the covers and a slight movement of the mattress. I fucking hate you. Of the mattress.
How come you can't speak English?
You don't know, but I just face palmed.
Spec?
You don't know, but I just face palmed.
I could hear it.
I'm sure you could.
I
Right.
can hear myself and I sound like Tord.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, old friend.
No.
No, I know I can't do it.
I'm sorry, I'm so mean. Alright, back to reading. Matt had rolled over, tossing and turning as I was drawing out a little scene of my friends and I on my drawing tablet. Baby, oh.
Oh, you have one too?
Yes. I guess. The house isn't exactly any more quiet than it was when Tom was here. He didn't participate in every conversation or anything. That doesn't stop us from missing him, though. Matt had been unable to sleep for a while. However, hearing a gentle snore from the top of the bed, I can tell he is finally asleep. Thank God. Oh no. Wait, what is it
Are
that
they a
for?
couple?
I wish! It's so cute. Like, oh, Tally-chan. Alright. They would. Ed and Matt should be a couple.
Yeah.
It's actually a real ship.
I know.
It's so cute. Alright. I stand up and sneak back over to my apartment, trying not to wake Matt up, because if I do, he may have trouble sleeping again and start talking about things that hardly make any sense. It's too late. Like bananas, yeah, like bananas. It's too late at night for that. Well, too early in the morning, at least. It's around 1 a.m. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm sorry. Bum, bum, bum. What was that?
It's the theme song, for I forget what it is, but it's in those movies.
The Jurassic Park theme song?
No, it's it has these big letters. Like your letter has spotlights on them.
Like a 20th century one.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to learn how to play that on my trumpet.
I have a piano.
Oh my gosh, I used to play piano.
Everyone in the comments just get on with the reading.
Oh yeah. Alright. I step into my room, plopping my face down on the pillows and sheets, pulling some covers over me, until I heard a noise from the other room next to mine. Just like that one night. Except this time, it was in Matt's place. Tord would have no business taking Matt, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. But it still worried me. Yeah, it's time to stop. Alright.
It's time to stop.
I went out to step out of my room until I heard the window from his room shut after being opened a minute or two ago. The intruder left, that's for sure. But why would they be in his apartment in the first place? A minute is too short to steal valuable items.
Oh my God, it's the ball.
Yeah, I play the trumpet.
What? That's not like that.
Oh no, someone said, what, you play the lull. So yes, I play the lull. I play the lull. Alright. I peek out of my window, seeing someone in the dark, sliding down a rope, button in his hand. He hopped down and ran off, probably noticing I was watching them. I went out to eight out of my small home. Wow, that English is. And I was sent flying, oh God, flying across the room into a wall. A sharp ringing sound filled my ears and opened my eyes to see what was possibly going on. Didn't help. Oh God. The room was filled with thick smoke. Thick! And the room started sliding downwards along with the rest of the, basically half the apartment building. I tried standing up, panicking, but the couch slid across the room and pinned me to the wall, basically crushing the upper half of my body. Everything was spinning and I blacked out. No one's point of view. Bum, bum, bum. I know. Tom's gonna be like, what the f-? Alright. The night, which was otherwise quiet in other parts of the world, was literally hell for a couple of Brits living in an apartment building. A mysterious man, known more formally as Tord, had snuck into the room closest to the middle of the building. He had set a line of C4s on the wall in diagonally through the building. After being set off, many of the occupants have woken up to a horrific sight. Some escaped, others died. Sadly, one of the small beans, British men, Ed and Matt, would end up not leaving the hospital that night.
You need to stop.
Boy.
Boy, you need to stop fangirling. That's it.
I'm not fangirling, I'm crying.
When you screamed, you were fangirling.
You can't tell the difference.
No, I cannot.
Alright. What a shame. How everything would be so peaceful if it weren't for a communist and a few of his slight obsessions. Oh. Half of the apartment building collapsed on top of the other. Mixtures of smoke and dust rose from the rubble. Vehicles such as fire trucks and ambulances arrived as fast as possible, trying their best to escort everyone out of the rubble safely. A ginger caught in the rubble was found not too far from the unconscious brunette, who only seemed to have damage done to his ears and possibly broken rib. I know, right? Someone said no. The hunger, however, was another story. His breaths were short. His heartbeat, once quick and springy, was slowing down at an alarming rate. A man removed the two, pulling them to the side. The male in a green hoodie coughed, and his eyes opened slowly. To peek out, a Matt sprawled out on the ground, struggling as medical attention approached. Ed dragged him. I know. Ed dragged himself over painfully, dust in his lungs, stinging with every breath he inhaled. Oh my gosh, nobody cares, man. Upsetting is it not? Oh, upsetting is it not? How one friend dragged himself to the other, both suffering but still trying to stay close. Matt stared up at Ed. Both had tears in their eyes. Matt obviously wasn't making it. The baby!
No.
No. Matt.
Why did this happen?
I don't know. Why are you so mean? The hell? The Jets are playing. The Jets. Alright.
Oh, like the Jets?
Yeah. Matt was the only word Ed could manage while watching his friend reduced to almost nothing. Matt coughed before responding weakly. Yeah? Ed went from tearing up to full-on sobbing. Matt laid still awaiting an answer from Ed. Hey. Ed kept stuttering, but he couldn't get the words out. Matt understood. Ah! I love you too.
I was gonna say I loved you.
Yes! I love you too.
You should just...
Yeah, I love you too, Ed. He spoke in an unsure manner, with a coarse sound to his voice as he was clinging to life. Ed pulled Matt into an embrace and planted a small kiss on the ginger's lips. Oh. With that, Matt went completely lifeless in Ed's arms. Matt? Matt, are you there? His breathing picked up, his words getting hitched in his throat. Don't die on me like this. Professional springed over, apologizing for not being sooner, and pulled Ed away to the ambulance as he choked on tears. There was no way this could get better for them. That was the end of the chapter. Chapter 18.
Okay. If you want to see me in the next missing video, then like this video. If you get 100 likes, I'll be in the next one.
Oh, definitely not 100. Maybe like, I don't know, 20, 25?
25?
Yeah, nobody really likes my videos. But if y'all want to see him on the next missing video and hear our hilarious reactions, let's get the likes up to 20 to 25. Alright.
If they dislike it, they hate me.
I don't know. I'll still add you because, yeah, screw my life.
And if you hate me, I'll be in the next one.
Yeah. Alright. Chapter 18. Ed's point of view. I slowly woke up slowly. English. My vision was hazy and it gave me a splitting headache to sit up. I was dizzy and unaware of my surroundings, as it was somewhere I wasn't used to. There were white bed sheets covering me and a constant beeping coming from my left. As the rest of the room came into focus, I realized I was in a hospital. Not that the facts I had collected I hadn't collected already told me that, but I could always dream that I was in a much cooler setting. I didn't quite know why I was here, but it probably had to do with last night. I could hardly remember anything other than tears and a lot of explosions. I was possibly caught up in the setting of a Michael Bay movie, but that was unlikely. Single tear. All around me are familiar faces. Alright. What? Oh, alright. I leaned back in the bed. A sudden thought hit me. Where's Matt? That thought was followed by a memory. Him going limp in my arms. Finally, the memory was followed by a realization. Matt is dead. The narcissistic carrot that gave comfort after Tom disappeared was dead. He's gone. No getting him back. Tears began streaming down my face as the nurse walked over. He stared at me for a short second, his eyes full of real concern. Are you okay? He asked. I was trying to answer, but I found it hard to get words out. He's dead. It's all I could say. I proceeded to cock my head towards the direction to look at him in the eye. Which is probably something a small girl in a horror movie would do. Excuse me? He spoke clearly like a professional should. The look of concern in his eyes didn't match his tone, however, which sounded almost plastic. It didn't have too much emotion in it. I could understand what they were saying. Matt. Oh, was that your friend? Don't worry, Don't worry, he's in a better place now.
No.
I know.
He spills us.
Alright, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I spoke hesitantly. I guess I would rather him die in my arms than anywhere else. Oh, how sweet. I'm assuming you guys had a close relationship? He queried. Yeah, very close, I said, smiling a bit. Well, if there's anything I can get you, use the little button to your bet for service. Yep. Okay.
Start crying.
I know, like, this is so sad, man. Alright.
If at the end of it,
That's not even the end, though. I have about 10 more chapters after this. But we're only on chapter, 19? We're on chapter 18, but we're going to 20. So, I'll be finishing this in the next live, maybe. Alright, because I'm just, probably tomorrow, so I'm going to be reading 20 all the way to 29, so that'll be like 1.5 hours of reading. Yay. Yeah. Probably at the same time, too, so. Alright. After speaking to someone, I guess I felt a bit better. People help. I fell asleep quietly in the bed, which I had adjusted to as I was sitting up a bit, so I could wait. Yeah, I was reading it right. I could look around or eat, but also I could sleep. The perfect conditions, I guess. Also, I could wait a second. My eyes darted around quickly. My drawing tablet and sketch pad were somewhere in that rubble. Now there's nothing to do here.
Crazy artist.
I know, I'm that way.
So am I.
The second worst thing in the hospital after your friend's death is the second worst thing is being in a hospital after your friend's death. The worst thing is being bored in the hospital after your friend's death. I know, right? Alright. Despite how much was going on, I closed my eyes and got a bit of rest. I guess I kind of deserved it. In no time, I was drifting off to sleep, where I could get away from all this for now. I'll take care of it later. Chapter?
He has a dream.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be so cute. I'd be like, oh, and my phone is being weird. Wattpad, I swear if you crash. Wattpad, don't do this. Don't do this, Wattpad. Wattpad, don't do this. You have too much to live for. It's like everything's working but my phone, you know? Like all of the pop-ups on my phone are working and it's like nothing else is. Yeah, nothing is working. Oh, hello.
And then it crashes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then have to see my reading history.
And then we have to do this all over again.
No, we wouldn't have to do it all over again because it's still kind of live. Believe it or not, it's only been 30 minutes.
Oh, we haven't got to make chapters.
We got through like 3 chapters. Yeah, so get ready to see my reading history. Have fun. Children, cover your eyes. Ah! That was not the picture before.
Two things at once.
That was not the picture before, I swear. Alright. Chapter 19, Tord's point of view, from the innocence of last night. From the incidents of last night. I knew what I was about to do would make Tom completely and utterly pissed, but I was fine with that. He wouldn't be able to do anything about it. I know. He wouldn't be able to do anything about it afterwards anyways. He's stuck as it is. Yeah, have Eloise. Alright. Go to Mama, Allie. Papa, come here. Get your fluff butt over here. Love you too. All around me are familiar faces. Alright. Where was I? He wouldn't be able to do anything about it afterwards anyways. He's stuck as it is. But apparently he thinks he still has somewhere else to go. Like all this will be over and he'll go back home like nothing happened. He may say that he thinks he loves me, but I'll change that. In the end, he'll have nothing else to do anyways. Not only that, but tomorrow I'll be getting this useless arm removed. I never got to replacing it from the arm from the rebel of the robot. After that, Wait, I'm getting off topic. Back to getting rid of Tom's only other home. I attempted to scale the side of the apartment building. That did literally nothing. I pulled out a rope with a large hook at the end. So I'm guessing it's I forgot what it's called. What is it called? You know the thing? What is the thing called? The thing with the hook? Yeah, that thing.
Grappling hook?
Yeah, grappling hook. Maybe it's a grappling hook. I don't know. I pulled out a rope with a large hook at the end. They weren't too high up, just on the second floor. I flung the rope hook side first into the open window of Matt's apartment. I stepped closer, giving it 2 tugs to see if it was sturdy enough to climb up. It didn't give way, so I had assumed it was fine. I pulled myself up and climbed up the side of the building, hopping into Matt's room. All I'd need to get rid of a few apartments was a few simple explosions set in his room. So I did exactly that. Simply set a few explosions and exited out the window. Once I was back in the woods, I clicked a button, and then a magnificent light show filled the apartment buildings as it slowly began to collapse without the support of a key part in the architecture. Dust rose off the ground, and as the sound sirens were heard in the distance, I decided it was time to bolt out of there. Gotta go fast! I'm sorry. Sonic. He's Sonic. He's Tordic. Oh. I ran back to the woods and hopped in my car, hightailing the fuck out of there, of the area of 10 crime scene. Time skipped to present. I had arrived home while Tom was sleeping. He didn't even realize I was gone. Now it's the morning and he's made himself some coffee. I sat back in my recliner, almost forgetting about what today was. Tom, I'll have to trust you alone in the house today. Considering the fact you'll no longer have a place to run to. It'll be fine though. I'll have a surprise to show you by the time I get back. I told him, standing up and preparing to leave. Okay, wait, what did you say? Honestly, I wasn't listening. I cut him off as he spoke. Okay, bye. I slammed the door behind me and went to the infirmary, not letting Tom ask questions earlier on purpose. I didn't want him to know about what No, Lauren, not now. No, Lauren. I didn't want him to know about what I did yet. I stepped into the Am I on chapter 19? Yeah. I stepped into the building and walked up to the front desk. The building wasn't exactly large, but it was big enough for the army. It consisted of 1 floor and 52. Alright. The building wasn't exactly large. Sorry. Of 1 floor and 52 rooms. Most soldiers who are injured are sent back home to rest after less than a day of being here. When I looked at the woman at the front desk, she saluted me and began to speak. Red Leader, I assume you're here for the whole new operation with your arm? She spat out, stuttering a bit and having trouble beginning her sentence. What else would I be here for? I said, giving a minuscule smirk. See, I'm smart. A minuscule smirk at the end of my sentence. Yes, sir. She took out a walkie-talkie and contacted the best surgeon we had. I've been planning this for a while, and so he has the rest of the infirmary. 2 men walked in and led me to a room with a cold steel table and a cloth over it for comfort. Sounds comfortable. Not that it'd even bring much comfort, but it was something. I layered myself on the table. We didn't have any anesthetic, so they just placed a rag in my mouth for me to bite down on. One man oh my God, that must have hurt so bad. One man wearing the basic apparel of a doctor with ruffled, dirty blonde hair atop his round face strapped me down so I wouldn't move too much in pain. The other, who had previously placed the rag in my mouth, took out tools and marked where the incision would be made. As much as I didn't want to admit it, this was going to be a long day. Chapter 20. Oh, goodness. Let's do this. No one's point of view. Tord laid on a cold metal table. Despite the soft blanket resting on it, it was actually still quite cold and sent shivers down Tord's spine. The air was still as if this was the last thing going on. As if this was the only thing going on in this small world. The environment was set for something to happen. Something big was just around the corner. As the first surgeon took out a large knife from the multiple tools, he aimed for the markings and made a red permanent marker across the skin, on top of Tord's right arm. Even though the scene remained silent and very much seemingly calm, Tord was actually petrified. There were no anesthetics in the Red Army base, so they did it an old-fashioned way. A slice with a large knife opened the flesh, revealing the bone, to start the operation. Then the assistants would help hold the wound open while the first surgeon would take a saw to the bone. The rest of the skin would be cut away, and the amputation would be mostly complete. Sometimes, however, they would add slits in the skin like the mouth of a fish, so they could sew 2 flaps together, making a stump at the end of the appendage. This was just about to happen to Tord, and no amount of preparation could prepare him for what was about to happen. Tord tried preparing himself desperately. The grip of his teeth on the rag in his mouth tightened as a quick slash of the knife brought down upon him. He yelped in pain, his teeth clenched onto the rag, and more and more. The pain was practically unbearable, but he remained quieter than other other than the sounds of pain escaping from behind his tightly closed jaw. But this was just the beginning. As the doctor reached for a bone saw, the once white blanket was now a deep red as seams of crimson liquid escaped the communist's arm, if you could even call it that now. The skin was mostly cut away, but before he could think further about this, a new pain filled his arm and circulated through his entire body. He squirmed this is karma. He squirmed in immense discomfort, but couldn't move too much because the straps kept him on the table. My foot is falling asleep. Stop it. Just stop. It's gone completely numb. I flick it and now I can feel it. Up. Alright. The clenching of his teeth pushed the teeth into his gum tissue, causing his mouth to begin bleeding. His mouth was now full of metallic taste, the taste of the same substance that was currently bleeding out of his arm. The bone was being cut. It didn't last more than seconds, really, but for Tord it felt like hours of absolutely excruciating pain. As they finished with cutting the bone, he grew a bit dizzy, most likely from the amount of blood loss he was experiencing. His vision got a bit darker, and he barely noticed the surgeons began stitching by now. It was almost over. If he could make it for a bit longer, the pain never stopped, but that was understandable. He blacked out. After he would need a small rest anyway. When he woke up, he would have a brand new arm there. His old one was just cut, almost like nothing had happened, except for the different look and feel to the new arm, of course. Tord lay there silently. Where am I anyway? Wow. I know, right? Someone said, poor Tord. Yeah, but this is karma, Tord. You killed the carrot.
Don't kill the carrot.
He killed the carrot, so this is karma.
No, he deserves to die for it.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, sure. Death to the communist. Alright. Tord lay there silently. The straps were undone, and he was put in a bed on the other side of the infirmary in one of the 22 rooms for resting soldiers after they were experimented on or worked on in ways in one of the 38 rooms for such. His new arm was on. He'd be getting to see Tom soon. Those pesky other friends were out of their way. Ow. Yeah, it's still alive. Little do you know, Tord, whatever your name is. We're out of the way. How could things get any better? Well, they could only get worse from here on out. And that's the end. Wow. That was quite interesting. All right. Fudge. All right. So, well, this is it for now. Say goodnight, Emma. Emma? Emma. M-A. M-O-I. I'm just they went, what? What? No. Okay, well, I guess this is it for now. Peace, peeps. I love you all. Oh my god, my foot.